I am Hana Bayati. I'm a co-founder of Cimatheque Alternative Film Center in Cairo, and I'm currently the executive director. Cimatheque is a space dedicated to the independent cinema scene and culture, trying to help the generation of young filmmakers in all aspects of their access to film, in terms of skills training, in terms of access to archive, in terms of programming, in terms of also being a hub where people can meet each other. So Cimatheque was born in 2009, but actually started its activities in 2012 because we built a lot of very unique infrastructure. So we built a screening hall that had the highest standards of screening and in terms of sound system that took us a very long time to build. And then we had the first era where we were screening very regularly films that were never seen in Egypt, that were not necessarily contemporary, but were for the first time screened in Egypt. And on the side we had a very large training program for specific skills. It's not like a school, it's more we identify needs that the community might have and we try to tackle these. So for example, color grading, sound mixing, script development, specific topics. And we have a very large archive, both in print and paper material and analog films. The second era of Cimatheque is now we are in the process of remodeling, and through the NACP grant we went through this process to try to really think of the sustainability of Cimatheque, because the model of being a screening hall became unsustainable financially, and we turned the screening hall into a post-production unit, trying to not only offer a great space to do post-production in color grading and sound mixing in Cairo, but also to sustain the rest of our activities, like the archiving. We also have the only analog to digital scanner in the region, so we also have a whole part of our mission to preserve and eventually restore the patrimony of Egyptian cinema. So it's twofold. And this new era, we hope to be able to relaunch soon to the public, but for a while we were closed so that we catalog most of the archive and be able to give access, and also rethink our business model and restaff Cimatheque as an entity. First, let's establish that we received the grant in a very difficult period. What was very beneficial is that despite the fact that the COVID created a lot of obstacles, we thought of how to turn this as an opportunity. So by closing to the public, that was the daily welcoming of an audience is draining part of your human resources and your financial resources. So when this was put on hold, we could concentrate on really identifying the position and roles that were always a bit blurry. We could actually propose a new structure, a new staffing structure, and we could provide salaries, which we had not been able for a while. And meanwhile, really operate a shift in how we envisage the place.